The story begins with a child being scolded by an elderly woman named Evelyn Mercer after being caught shoplifting. Not wanting to go to prison, the child became frightened and swore never to steal again. After the boy left, Evelyn continued shopping. But shortly afterward, 2 robbers entered the store and threatened the cashier, demanding all the money. Even though the cashier handed it over, the robbers killed both the cashier and Evelyn to eliminate witnesses. The next day, everyone in the community who knew Evelyn attended her funeral. Later, 2 police officers, Green and Fowler, were seen near the cemetery. Green explained to Fowler that Evelyn had been a good woman, but strangely, despite her kindness, her 4 adopted sons were known to be brutal and defiant of rules. The 4 sons are Bob, the eldest, deeply connected to the criminal world; Jerry, who had left behind the underworld and was now a successful businessman; Angel, who lived out of town; and Jack, Evelyn's youngest son. That evening, Bob, Jerry, and Jack went to their mother's house to honor her memory, where they also found Angel, who had just arrived. Angel apologized for missing the funeral, explaining he had only just returned from out of town. The brothers then went to their respective rooms and reminisced about their childhood and how Evelyn had raised them. Shortly after, Angel asked permission to step out for some fresh air. Bob and the others didn't believe his excuse, convinced that Angel was actually going to meet his old girlfriend from his teenage years. Indeed, that night Angel reunited with his former girlfriend Sophie, and later the 2 went to live together in his house. The following day, the 4 brothers gathered in the living room as a family and shared a meal of chicken. While eating, they stared at the empty chair that had once been Evelyn's place, immediately remembering her strict and disciplined nature. Afterward, Bob invited his younger brothers to play hockey so they wouldn't remain in grief. The next day, the brothers met Evelyn's lawyer, who handed them her inheritance and important documents. Although the inheritance was not much, the Mercer brothers were not upset. On the contrary, they were grateful for everything their mother had done for them, since raising them was far more valuable than money. That night, they went to a bar to drink and relax, where an old friend approached them with leads about who might have ordered Evelyn's murder. Bob immediately asked for details, but Jerry, having abandoned the criminal world, decided to step away and leave the matter of vengeance to his brothers. Following the lead, Bob, Angel, and Jack went to an underground nightclub believed to hide a witness to Evelyn's murder. However, one gang member claimed he hadn't seen anything because the streetlights had been turned off before the shooting. To confirm his statement, Bob took him to a nearby basketball court, and indeed the lights had been out during the time of the murder. With no solid clues, the Mercer brothers returned home, where Bob became convinced that their mother's death was part of a conspiracy, rather than a simple robbery. The next day, they went back to the store where the shooting had taken place to review surveillance footage. Unsurprisingly, they couldn't bear to watch their mother's tragic death. Later, the store owner explained that after the incident, the police had questioned a man who claimed to know a lot about the shooter. Without hesitation, the brothers went to the nearest basketball court, where a game was underway. Bob stormed onto the court, pointing his gun in the middle of the game, and at that moment, a young man was seen fleeing. After catching the young man, Jack told Bob, still on the basketball court, to leave immediately. They interrogated the boy and discovered he knew nothing about Evelyn's murder. However, he told Bob that his brother had been an eyewitness to the crime. With the address in hand, the Mercer brothers went after the young man's brother, named Damien. Unfortunately, Damien fled as soon as he saw Bob chasing him. After an exhausting pursuit, Bob finally managed to bring Damien down from the top floor of a building. Bob threatened to leave him to freeze in the snow unless he revealed who had killed his mother. Overcome by the cold, Damien finally gave in and mentioned a strange bearded man at the casino, claiming he was the one responsible for Evelyn's murder. When they arrived at the casino, Bob, Jack, and Angel spotted the man Damien had described. Unfortunately, he was armed and shot at Bob. During the chase, Bob told Angel to shoot the man. Despite their car being damaged, the pursuit continued until the man's vehicle overturned. Bob immediately approached him and beat him savagely to avenge his mother's death before shooting him. Soon after, a mob boss named Victor Sweet was revealed as the mastermind behind Evelyn's murder. Victor was shown scolding his men for hiring a hitman from Evelyn's own city, which had now provoked retaliation from the Mercer brothers. Furious, Victor punished his men cruelly. Meanwhile, while Angel was with his girlfriend, he received an unexpected visit from Evelyn's insurance company. The agent informed him that they suspected Jerry because, according to financial records, he had just gone bankrupt, but had somehow managed to pay the police a suspiciously large sum of money. After hearing this, Angel also began to doubt Jerry and developed prejudice against him. At the same time, Bob and Jack discovered several weapons hidden in the house of Evelyn's killer. Meanwhile, Angel confronted Jerry's former employee to ask for an explanation. The man revealed that Jerry had once dealt with a group of gangsters who had ruined his business. The next day, Angel explained Jerry's situation to Bob, who then decided to meet with employees who were aware of the matter. Elsewhere, Officer Green was seen meeting with Evelyn's lawyer to investigate her death more thoroughly. There, he discovered that before being killed, Evelyn herself had suspected that Jerry's company had gone bankrupt under strange circumstances. At the same time, Bob and Jack confronted Jerry's former employee, demanding answers about Jerry's involvement in illegal business. When the man refused to speak, Bob threatened to set his car on fire, frightening him. In the end, the employee revealed that Jerry had been involved with a gangster named Victor. Meanwhile, Green reviewed surveillance footage from the precinct. In the recording, he saw Fowler meeting and speaking with Evelyn, despite Fowler previously claiming he didn't know her. Realizing this, Green began to suspect his own partner. Elsewhere, Angel told Bob and Jack that Jerry had borrowed money from many people, including Victor. Shortly after, Jerry was seen handing an envelope full of money to Victor's men. After Jerry left, Bob confronted the man and took back the envelope. Because of this incident, the man informed Victor that the Mercer brothers would stop at nothing to hunt down whoever ordered their mother's murder. Victor also learned that the brothers had discovered his name through Douglas. Later, Bob, Jack, and Angel called Jerry for a meeting to discuss the events surrounding their mother's death. Bob, extremely angry, accused Jerry of conspiring to kill Evelyn, but Jerry denied it, insisting he had always been helping the Mercer family. During the heated discussion, Jack noticed a masked man dumping trash in front of their house. When Jack went to confront him, the man suddenly shot him. A gunfight broke out. Although the Mercer brothers managed to drive the attackers away, Jack, who had been shot, could no longer be saved. Devastated, Bob then interrogated one of the surviving assailants. Before dying, the attacker admitted that he had received orders from Victor to kill Bob. After the incident, Green and other officers arrived at the scene. Green regretted arriving too late and being unable to prevent the tragedy. He then explained to the Mercer brothers that Evelyn had reported Victor to the police with proof of his crimes. Green went to confront Fowler, who was playing pool at a bar. Without holding back, Green assaulted him and stripped him of his police badge, saying that corrupt officers like Fowler had no right to wear one. Unfortunately, just as Green was about to contact his superiors, Fowler stood up and shot him dead. With both Jack and Green gone, the Mercer brothers decided to take revenge on Victor in their own way. Jerry approached Victor's men, claiming he wanted to work with Victor again. But this was part of the brothers' trap. Their plan was to eliminate both Victor and Fowler before they could strike again. To set up the trap, Jerry borrowed money from the bank to use as bait, ensuring Victor would come after him. Meanwhile, Victor's men were shown preparing for the meeting. At the same time, Angel spotted a boy playing baseball alone and convinced him to deliver a box of food to Fowler's house to distract the corrupt cop. Once inside, Angel ambushed Fowler and strangled him with a plastic bag. He then called Bob to confirm that Fowler was dead. Meanwhile, Jerry went to meet Victor's men, who escorted him to the location of the deal. However, Angel's girlfriend betrayed him at the police station, accusing him of murdering a cop. As a result, the police rushed to Fowler's house. Hearing the sirens, Fowler thought he had the upper hand, but Angel revealed that Fowler was actually cornered. Since he had killed Green, Angel had secretly worn a wire, and the recording had captured Fowler's confession. Even so, Fowler managed to turn the situation around, dragging Angel outside at gunpoint and making it appear that Angel was the criminal. The police, confused, demanded Fowler surrender. Panicking, Fowler opened fire on them. The officers immediately shot back, killing him on the spot. Meanwhile, Jerry arrived at a snowy location to meet Victor. Victor intended to kill him, but at the last moment his own men rebelled and refused to follow his orders. It was revealed that the money Jerry had borrowed from the bank had been used to bribe Victor's men, who were fed up with his cruel treatment. Trapped and betrayed, Victor defiantly challenged them, but from a distance Bob appeared and stepped forward to accept the challenge. Without delay, Bob and Victor fought. The battle ended quickly, with Bob defeating Victor, who proved not to be as strong as his reputation suggested. Later, Bob ordered Victor's men to bury him in an icy pit. The next day, the Mercer brothers were arrested on charges of murder, but they were released since there was no concrete evidence against them. In the aftermath, they repaired Evelyn's house. Bob decided to stay there and look after other orphans, continuing Evelyn's mission of giving lost children a home. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.